welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. So I thought I'd come in and do, I think this is part 5, part 6, I've completely lost track, but it'll be on the title of the video, so you'll know which part we're on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off some of these bottles. I'm going to do this, I decided this is going to be a dark purple. I'm going to do the goblet, we're probably going to do the skin, and then some finishing touches. So it might be a bit of a long video with lots of small bits put together. So I have got my Pentel dual metallic hybrids. I've got my light pink. I've got my pink with metallic pink. I've got my violet metallic blue. I've got my light violet metallic blue and red. I've got blue and gold. I've got green and blue, and I've got some silvers. So let us get going. So for these balls, I think I'm going to do them silver. Not that one, this one. Do these silver, so it kind of matches the stars that are on her outfit. There we go. Probably gonna do that silver as well. And I'm gonna do the bubbles in here, kind of iridescent purpley blue, and I'm going to do this. Okay. Do this. I'm just going to fill in all the bits that need filling in. Pretty much, so lots and lots of sparkle. I hope everyone's doing well. It looks as though the hot weather may finally have broken here. It's a lot cooler today, which is a blessed relief, I have to say. I've been nursing some nasty bites, but they seem to have gone as well, which is always good. Right, I'm going to do some of these on here now. On this bottle, it's going to be a mixture. Completed a couple of buddy colours at the weekend. That was fun. And I'd really like to get this one finished now. I've got a couple of other books out. I'm quite having a bit of a Rita Berman craving, so I need to get one of her books out, do something in there. What else am I kind of thinking? I'd like to do something, and oh yeah, I'm working on Lulu Mayo at the moment. Something in A Million Mermaids. Right, so we're getting this nice bright pink out now. I'll do that there. Oh, that's maybe a bit of a mistake, never mind. I've made that nice and pink. Alright, this pink. So I'm just trying to contrast the colours a bit, so that they're not the same colours. You know, I'm not doing purple with purple and that kind of thing. I'll put some pink on this bottle. This bottle's going to look very sparkly once it's finished. That should be fun. We'll do all of these bits pink as well. I've been really enjoying doing this page and seeing how it's coming together. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to do those purple. Right, then we're going to get the silver out again. And we're going to put the silver in here. This is kind of a silver with turquoise in it. I'm going to do that in here. And as these bottles are clear, they're going to have the background a little bit behind them. So I need to water down the paint quite well in order to do that. That's silver, I think. Oh, I'll put some silver here too, I think. Like that. So that's good. That's pink. One of my favourite colours in the Dual Hybrid range. Pink with lots of kind of iridescent blue and green. It's just so pretty. I'm thinking about her skin. Maybe I should put some pink and stuff on it because it's of the potions. Don't know. A bit scary. Skin is a bit scary. Right, and I'm going to put pink here. I'll put pink here. Like that. Okay, I think for the minute that is all the Dual Hybrids done. I've noticed there's some ribbon here, so I'm going to do that purple. And then I'm going to do this goblet, and I'm going to use a Sakura jelly roll glaze to do the kind of decorative parts. So I'm going to go off camera and do that. So that's my Sakura jelly roll glaze, and I'll come back once that's done. And it's a black Sakura jelly roll glaze. I'm back, and I've done all of the kind of decorative parts on the goblet. I put a little tiny bit of silver Pentel on this triangular bit just there. And now we're going to paint the counter, which is going to be a really dark purple, I decided in the end. And I'm using my Winsor & Newton Cotman colour watercolours again. And you'll see now that I'm just going to do that. And I'll probably do half of it and then do the rest of it off camera. But yeah, so I'm using my really tiny paint brushes again, so I can get right up to the line art. Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and it's quite possible that I'm going to need to darken this up with some black, because it's, yeah, I need to be careful next to this Pentel Dual Hybrid, because the Pentel Dual Hybrid, when it gets wet, tends to run. So yeah, but I think that's going to be, it kind of continues the colour, the dark purple from the top where we did the kind of graduated background up to the pink. So I think that's why I chose it. But it might not need blackening up, to be honest. It's working, it's going down quite nicely. Because I didn't want it to be black, because then it would just blend into her dress, and I didn't really want that. So yeah, that's why I've gone with purple, and it kind of then matches the kind of blues and pinks and purples. It's funny because my Lulu Maya picture that I'm working on at the moment is the same kind of colour scheme, but it's much more pastel-y, which is funny, but it is my go-to. It's one of my favourite colour combos, to be honest, so it's not a surprise really. But yeah, so I've done like the top half of it now. I'm not being very tidy at all, but I will just do this little bit here, and then I will finish it off camera, and I'll come back when it's finished. So I've done that, and what I've done now is I've really watered down the purple paint so it's not as intense colour, and I'm just going to do some of the inside of these bottles. But I don't want the colour to be so intense, it's just made to look like you can see it through the bottles. And I'm doing it inside, kind of inside these black lines. Well, I say that, that's kind of gone a bit wrong. And what I'm going to do then is go over with white gel pen. That's the intention anyway. So it's meant to be not as kind of correct, a bit blurry looking, because that's what it would look like. Kind of behind, if that makes sense. I think anyway. And there we go. So yeah, so that's how I've done that. So I've really watered down the paints, not as intense a colour. That one is a bit too intense, but because it's kind of blurred. And just put that in, and then I'll go over those bottles once it's dry with white gel pen. So that's what it looks like. Oh, I think I'm just going to do that as well. There. So that's what that looks like now. I'll probably go all around all those bottles with white gel pen. So that is that. And then I'm going to come back and do the skin. Hi, I'm back. So we're going to do the skin. And I have got blush, which is from the Black Widow Skin Tone Light. And we're going to go all over in a very light coat of this first of all. And we're going to go over all these kind of little circles here. Very light circular motions all over the skin as a first layer. These beads here I'm going to do with liquid pearl, which will be part of the finishing touches at the end. I am not very good at skin tone, I will say that to you now. I find it incredibly difficult because skin is just made up of so many different tones. You wouldn't believe. And so it's very difficult, I find, to kind of work out what they might be, etc, etc. But I find it incredibly... I'm just going to put a little bit of light there, and I'm probably going to put some eyeshadow on her. So that's why I'm just leaving that at the minute. I'm probably going to put dark purple lipstick, etc on her. And we mustn't forget her hands either. So I have watched some skin tone tutorials, but I'm not brilliant at it, I have to say. So that is the first layer. We'll do the hands as well while we're here. I think I want her to be fairly pale. So that's why I've gone with it's called Blush out of the light skin tone set. And there's a little bit of a thumb here. I'm just going to turn the book because my watercolour is still a fraction wet. There we go. So that's the first layer. So that's blush, and we'll keep that out. Then I want a darker one. I think that's probably going to be too dark. And I'm going to go with Bliss. And I'm going to put this around the outside of the face here. Oh, under these bits here, where the face would just go down under the neck. pencil is not very sharp at all. It's funny, it's because of the black in the hair, it's leaving a kind of funny blackness to the pink. It's really weird. So I'm just moving that and extending it over the forehead into that kind of eyebrow section. I put a bit here because there would be a shadow on the nose, from the nose even, and I'll put some under this bit here, under the lip, and then probably one a bit around here. Now I want to put a bit of blush on her, so I'm going to use Fairy Floss. These are all from the light skin tone set, and so what I would do then is just bring that across and cross her cheek. Probably could make it a little bit more dramatic by making it purple, but let's not go overboard, eh? So I think I'm going to give her purple eyeshadow, so right, and then what we need to do then is I'm going to take Ice Cream, which is very, very pale. Oh, and I'm going to just blend all of that together now. You wouldn't have seen anything I just did, I'm really sorry. So I just used blush, so I used Fairy Floss to kind of do a little a bit around the outside of the face, along the hairline. Then I used, I think it was actually Bliss I used to go around the outside of the face, and then Fairy Floss for the blush. And I'm just blending all of that together now to make it a lot smoother. I could probably do with a little bit of yellow, I think, in the skin tone, but I'm not going to worry because I want her to be fairly pale. But it is a question of just building it up. It's looking a bit pink to me. Right, now I'm going to put some Bliss on these hands, on the knuckles, on the hidden bits basically. There we go, so there'll probably be some there. That's where the fold in the skin is, underneath this bottle. Then these bits. Like so. There we go, I'll just blend that out with Ice Cream. Make it nice and smooth. Go, and then I think what I'm going to do is just add in a little bit of saffron, which is a kind of more orangey tone, and hopefully that'll give me this what tone I'm after. Yeah, that's adding it a little bit warmer, making it a little bit more orangey. So I think I made her a bit pink. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with skin tone, working out what works. Yeah, now I made her too orange. When you're not in shot either. Right, I'm just going to blend that out with Ice Cream again. I made her a bit orange now, but it has added some warmth. I just keep adding and smoothing it out. Right, so now I'm going to do this beautiful purple eyeshadow. What I'm going to do is around there. Put a little bit of purple on her lips as well. And I just want to, yeah, brown bug I think will be perfect. I'm just going to mix a bit of brown bug to make that more aubergine in colour rather than purple. I like the combination of brown bug and aubergine together. There we go. And then I'm going to put the brown bug on her nails as well. Like so. Is that it? Probably. I might just extend with a black glaze pen her eyeline. Otherwise the pencil just completely drowns it out and it just looks really weird. There we go. Right, so that is her skin done, like so. I'm going to do some black eyebrows. That's a definite. Be silly not to, given the hair. There we go. And then we're going to put some purple dots on her face. Like so. And then I'll be back in a minute with the liquid pearl is going on her headdress. And I have got, yeah, liquid pearls Ranger. And it just goes on. I kind of tried to do one squeeze and not move it and just let the liquid fill it up. That's my cat on his scratchy post. Bought us another mouse back this morning. There we go. That's a liquid pearl. And I'm going to do this moon in silver. It's kind of the silver with the turquoise and... What is it, turquoise and what? Silver and metallic copper and green in it. There we go. So that's pretty much most of it done. It's now a question of finishing the bottles so they all look kind of transparent, darkening this up and evening it out, and then adding some glitter to the background. And then there's some little parts in these bits that I want to do as well. And that's it for now. So that's part 5. So the last one will be the final part, and it'll be finishing touches. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.